I'm just getting out of church. So, do you think that people with mood disorders fall into depression specifically easier or than people that don't have mood disorders? Like when events happen that make you upset, but you have a mood disorder, and instead of just being upset, you get really depressed, as opposed to someone who didn't have a mood disorder, that they wouldn't get as depressed as you. And then if you're that person with the mood disorder that things hit harder, and you're surrounded by people that it doesn't hit hard, like, I don't know, I believe it to be true that people with mood disorders fall into, like, if something upsetting happens, fall into a deeper emotion of whatever is occurring, like depression, despair, those kinds of emotions. So I think, I don't know, I'm not saying that it triggers a mood episode, which it can, I think, or and make it worse. I'm talking about just things that would definitely, for sure, make you upset, but because you have a mood disorder, you have the habit of falling into a deep depression, almost out of habit, unconsciously. We become so used to being depressed that we don't know anything else but to go there when things don't go well. I hope I'm making sense. I mean, I know what I'm trying in my head, trying to convey, but I don't think I'm verbalizing it very well. But I am a person that at 1 minute was feeling fine, good, and surrounded by the people I'm always surrounded by. And then an event happened, and I immediately went into a deep, deep depression. And yet I was surrounded by people who were upset too, but or maybe weren't even upset, but not to the degree that I fell into it because of my experiences with depression and bipolar disorder. So, like, there's no in between. It's everything's okay, and when it's not, we're not okay. And I think it's a lot harder for us to work ourselves out of that state of depression, because oftentimes it's something you have no control over, and it's right in your face the whole time, and that doesn't make it easier to get over. And I think that if you don't have strategies in place on how to deal when things don't go well, that it's a lot easier to fall deeper and deeper into a depression, but more of a situational depression, but looks and acts and feels and like a bipolar mood shift of depression. I mean, can you have the emotion of something that actually happened and was upsetting, and you got very depressed, just because you're used to, that's what you do, and because you have bipolar disorder, and but it's that situational, but can it nudge you into clinical depression? I think that's what I'm trying to say. Do we, as people with mood disorders, slip into clinical depressions more than just the average Joe who does get upset about things, but not as, it doesn't come out as profoundly? I think that's a little bit better what I was trying to figure out to say. Anyway, that's all I have for now. It was nice getting back to church. I feel like I have the plague and nobody wants to sit by me, but I'm bound and determined to finish my RCIA, OCIA classes, and then I'll be able to go to be a member of the Catholic Church anywhere in the world. My way of coping right now is I'm planning and plotting moving to Vermont, Bennington, Vermont specifically, if not there, Mexico, where they have communities of expatriates, and it's warm and easy to get to live there. And I'm trying to get my mom on board. It's something to look forward to, even if it doesn't happen. That is my plan, and that's what makes me happy. Well, okay, that's what makes me okay right now. And just having that a goal. I don't usually like change. It usually makes me freak out, but this moving would be where people are more like me and understand people like me, would be better for my mental health, and my physical health, because I got so stressed out. I have high blood pressure, and I take medication for it, and I got so stressed out, my blood pressure was high for a few days. and my GI system shut down. So I think it would be the healthy thing to do. And I can already imagine it in my head. Small apartment, just what you need, just the things you need, and absolutely must desire. I would take with me, besides in my plan, my dog Finnegan will have passed away because he's old. And so I will move with my service dog in training, but she'll be a service dog by then, to small apartment in Bennington, Vermont. Vermont being the most, well, let's just say the politics are more in line with me there. And Bennington, because it's not expensive to move there, and it's a small town and smallish, and it's by all kinds of things that you would need. And so a small apartment, my books would go, my music would go, which means my vinyl albums, cassettes, 8-tracks, my 8-track player, my record player, my cassette player, anything involving music. Clothes, of course, but a lot less than what I have. Just what I would need. And medication, I'd have that transferred to a pharmacy. I would like to be very close to pharmacy, church, Catholic church, doctor's office, vet, but mainly the church I would like to be able to walk to, or take public, walking to would be awesome. And then what else would I take? Some of my posters and stuff, but not everything. And let's see, my laptop, my tablet, my electronics. I don't know that I would, I'd probably give up Netflix and HBO and that. Maybe keep Netflix, but probably not, because I would be paying rent and I'd be poor. That's why I need my mom to go with me. So just like we are in the house now, if she sold it, we could move in somewhere. And I'm hoping it would be something available that they do how much is paid by sliding scale for someone who is disabled and has only Social Security disability for income. I had an apartment once before that was like that. They looked at how much money you had and how much money you get in a month. and how much your medical expenses are. I totally would not mind living a very simple life. I would like to get almost all of my social media time gone, because I think that's really bad for me. I think social media is a toxic place that helps people. If you're already feeling angry and hateful, I think it only feeds that emotion. So just a simple life in a small space with my one dog, and that's all I ask for. Bye.